Hi, I'm Kenna Danielle, and you are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection Radio Show, a program that features members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for being with us today. What a beautiful day it is. We're right here in downtown Conroe and broadcasting overlooking Main Street. And what a gorgeous afternoon. I hope you're out enjoying it. I hope you're listening to us in your car or online, or if you're looking at us through Facebook Live. Hello to everyone. Thank you again for being with us. This program is about and for members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. As you might know, you don't have to be Hispanic to join our Chamber of Commerce. You just need to be interested in the market. There's about 530 some odd members now who have said yes to our proposal of helping them with visibility, with education, and of course with business connections. So we're very thankful to everyone who is a part of this organization. I did also want to mention real fast that we just had our annual gala last week or 2 weeks ago, December 1st, last week. And if you didn't go, well, you missed it. You probably had to sign up for next year's gala because this year's was awesome. We had about 200 people there. It was an extraordinary evening. We had a lot of fun. It was just a great time. And I think one of the most important things was a lot of folks that don't go to galas or have never been to galas were there for the first time. And I thought that was really cool because a lot of folks who don't usually dress up and go to things like this were there. And it was their first experience. And this is part of what a Chamber of Commerce is. This is part of what a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is, that we want to give opportunities to everyone to enjoy the benefits of being a business owner and being out there every day looking for business. And of course, all that entails being a small business owner. So I want to thank you again. We celebrate everything you've done. There's a few people that I want to mention real fast. If you guys know Julie Peters, Julie Peters is our Member of the Year. So Julie Peters, if you are listening, you have all kinds of cool benefits coming your way. But thank you, Julie Peters, for such extraordinary devotion and such great help to our Chamber of Commerce. Also, La Cocina de Roberto, or La Cocina de Roberto. La Cocina de Roberto is one of the favored restaurants by our members, and they are, of course, our Small Business of the Year. A few more, I'll mention them as we go along. But we had a great time, and that was the gala. Today's show is an interesting show because we have something that a lot of folks don't know when they start their business. A lot of us maybe know it, but we ignore it, or we know it and we do very little about it until it's tax time or until something else happens and we have to figure out, okay, now what am I doing because I'm not really understanding my finances. And of course, today we have an expert. She is Consuelo Santos. She's a CPA, and she's going to talk to us all about accounting and just different things that have to do with your small business. Consuelo, thank you for being on the show.
And thank you for inviting me,
Right.
Carlos.
And thanks again. Thank you for being here. I know we have all kinds of different questions we're going to ask Consuelo. But first, a few things. The Chamber of Commerce has tomorrow we have a luncheon. For those of you listening who would like to travel a little bit, we are going to be in Katy tomorrow at a restaurant called Abuelo's Restaurant. 11:30, we have a lunch. You've ever been there, Consuelo?
No, I haven't.
Okay, all right. So, but it's networking. You've been to the networking things we do up
Exactly.
here.
Yeah.
You know,
Great.
so basically, it's kind of the same thing. We're just going to get together and talk, and a lot of people. It's really interesting. A lot of people don't really always understand the purpose of getting together and having lunch. They'll say things like, "Well, it's all you guys are doing is just sitting down and eating, and you're wasting your time." What they don't realize is that time is not being wasted. That time is actually an investment in a friendship with someone that can give you business.
Yes.
It's like meeting people who can actually buy from you when you go to these events. And so we do about 30 per month. So we're very, very active, very busy, because we know that's what our members want. Our members want more business.
Exposure. Yes.
Absolutely.
Knowing.
And this is how you get it. Obviously, if you have fun and if you do things at the same time, then it's even better.
Exactly.
But the purpose of networking is to establish those connections and eventually that everything leads to doing business. That's the whole point. So you don't just go to eat, although eating is important because we're in restaurants. So That we're doing that tomorrow in Katy. Then on Friday, this Friday, we have training. It's actually a 45-second commercial training. Basically, what that is that when you stand in front of a group and you say, "My name is Carlos Sanchez, and I'm a chiropractor, and I'm really good," and you say whatever you say that with the expectation of getting people to become interested in you, so that they'll do business with you. So it's literally a commercial, right?
Exactly.
Most people don't know how to do that. They stand up and they make mistakes and they sound terrible. And okay, so what we do is we put, it's a 4-hour program. So it's a very intense program where we teach you how to deliver a commercial. And that's going to happen on Friday. We're doing this here at Amity Bank. And of course, it's going to be one of those meetings that very inexpensive for our members because of the type of training that this is, and because we're providing lunch. Get this, it's only $20 per person. Usually, that training itself is at least $300. That for a half a day of world class expert training. But we're doing it this way because our Chamber of Commerce has as one of its goals the education of our members. Right, so we want our members to learn, we want our members to grow, and training on Friday is part of that. So you do commercials,
Sell
right?
yourself.
I mean, you stand up and say hello.
Yeah, I have, and but I would also like to know more about
Mhm.
how to, I don't know, sell myself.
Sure. And that's the whole thing. And that's what this whole thing is about. I'm not sure what I'm reading. Wait a minute. I set up a meeting. Okay. That's not the right email. Sorry. I sometimes read text, ladies and gentlemen, online. So if you're listening and you'd like to text Consuelo Santos, CPA, any kind of question, we'll ask the right ones, Consuelo, don't worry. But please do so at 469-879-7398. That's my direct line. You can text at 469-879-7398. So we're talking about the Chamber of Commerce now and about the things that we're doing. We're not stopping. Last year was the same thing. I think we were here the day after Christmas, and business doesn't stop. And a lot of folks don't realize that I still need to sell just like everybody else needs to sell, no matter what day it is.
Yeah.
I think during the Thanksgiving holiday, it happened more than I've seen it now. The people checked out, said, "Okay, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to do anything until this holiday is done." Okay, please understand that there's over 500 of you, and every one of you depends on each other. So it matters that if you can help another one of our members, that you do so, and you continue to do so, because it doesn't end. It doesn't stop. My bills still come in, and I still need to pay employees. And so we remind all of our members, guys, don't stop helping each other, and don't stop supporting each other, because, like I said, this is it's a great holiday. It's a wonderful thing, but it's not a 5-day holiday. It's one day. So Christmas is one day, New Year is one day, and everything in between are days that you can do business, right? And the weather also. I mean, if it's raining, you can still do business. It'll be okay. Anyway, so we're here with Consuelo Santos. Consuelo Santos is a CPA, and she will answer your questions. And we have a few questions for her about the kind of work she does for small business owners and the things she's doing. So we'll ask you in just a couple seconds. Somebody else was also asking about the chamber, about some things that we're providing in terms of business connections, and what do we do for visibility and things like that. So just so people know who are listening, one of the biggest points that we make to people who join our chamber is that this is about people getting to know you. So that is why we're involved in 2 different radio stations, right? So we have this radio show here in English. This one is sponsored by the Amel Insurance Agency. So if the Amel Insurance Agency is listening, thank you for that. So they sponsor this program. And what that does is that gives every one of our members who join, and even members who renew their membership, a 1-hour interview where they get to sit here where you're sitting now, Consuelo, and just answer questions and just kind of talk about your business and things like that. But above all, the exposure that gives you is that this is on Facebook Live right now. Right? So say hello to the cameras, wherever they are.
Hello.
Right? Yeah. Also, it's on public access television. It's also on FM. It's also going to go to YouTube, of course. And so it has a tremendous amount of exposure. And that is really important, because that's what people need. It's not always what they want, because they don't know, but the more people get to know you, the more they'll trust you, and the more business they'll give you. We do the same thing in Spanish downtown. Our member, actually, he's our media partner of the year. Media Partner of the Year. That's Matthew Velasquez. He's the president and CEO of 920 AM. 920 AM is one of the most listened to Spanish radio stations or programs in all of Houston, mainly because it's the only radio station that does talk radio. The other ones have, different types of music and stuff, but this station itself is really specialized in talk shows and personal development things and stuff like that. So a lot of people listen to it, And it's 9:20 a.m. Consuelo, you've been invited. We'll see you soon at 9:20 a.m. to do this in Spanish, right? And you'll be discussing some pretty important aspects of speaking Spanish in America and taxes, of course. So when we come back, though, we're going to talk to Consuelo more about taxes and preparation and what you need to be ready for and all kinds of other things. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Are you interested in learning more about preparing quick, healthy, and safe meals for your family? Would you like to spend time with others learning tips and tricks, along with practicing and tasting nutritious food? If so, the On the Road to Healthy Living Mobile Cooking School is for you. Call Amy Ressler at Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service at 936-539-7825 to find a class near you or volunteer to host a class.
The Hispanic Chamber Connection is sponsored by the Amel Insurance Agency, located at 719 Sawdust Road, Suite 103, The Woodlands, Texas. The Amel Agency is a family-owned insurance agency that provides home, life, automobile, and umbrella insurance coverage. Since 2006, the Amel Agency has been a bilingual insurance service for businesses and private citizens in the Montgomery County area. For more information on the Amel Insurance Agency, please visit the Hispanic Chamber Connection at www.irlonestar.com/HCC. The Amel Insurance Agency is available by telephone at 832-525-5656 or online www.amelagency.com. The Amel Insurance Agency is a sponsor of this program, and the Hispanic Chamber Connection thanks you.
We're back. We are back. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez, the Hispanic Chamber Connection radio show. Thank you so much for listening. This program features members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Over 530 members, most of them women. About 65% of all of our members are women, and about 50% of them are Hispanic, and that's just how we roll. So we're very thankful, very grateful for your tremendous support in 2018. We look forward to 2019, even better, bigger, stronger. And a lot of that is thanks to your support. Obviously, it's also thanks to the fact that you guys show up to things and you talk to others about our Chamber of Commerce. Right now, we have a special, what are we going to call this? It's going to be called a special, super special rate special. Here's what that is. Easy for you to say. It's basically all of our membership levels, and the most popular ones, I'll mention them in a minute, but all of them are at 50% off right now. And what that means basically is that if you rejoin our Chamber of Commerce, we will give you 50% off your membership dues. So in essence, our lowest level, so to speak, our individual level, is about $300. Right now it's $150, obviously 50%. And then the other ones are the same, right? So small business, which is the most popular, right now it's $449. It's down to $225, something or other. So it's really inexpensive to join. What a lot of people have done, they've said, give me one of those and just attach it on to my renewal whenever my renewal comes up, and we can do that for you. We will do that in advance for 1 year. So if your membership doesn't expire until next June, you can go ahead and take your membership at 50% off now, and then wait until next June and just start over, continuing your membership, but with this benefit. So if you are interested, please give me a buzz. You can text me. It's 469-879-7398, or you can go to our website, mytexaschamber.org. mytexaschamber.org, 469-879-7398. I'm Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection radio show. And today, we're with Consuelo Santos. Consuelo Santos is a CPA. She does business all over Texas and a lot of Latin American companies also work with her. She's, like I said, an accounting, she has an accounting firm with several employees, et cetera, et cetera. Again, Consuelo, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for inviting
And
me. Yeah.
I was asking you earlier, how many people do you have working in your office?
It's 3 persons full time and 1 part time.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so it's a pretty busy office then. I mean,
Yes.
how many clients would you say you have now?
Mm,
Just an estimate,
And a little bit over 100.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a
Business
lot
clients.
when it comes to. I mean, if you have to present 100 financial statements, continuously, that's a lot of work. Yeah, but you can streamline that. For taxes, for tax season, I think it gets more interesting, doesn't it? I mean, do you guys get busy?
Yes. And yeah, we do get very busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all right, and so you guys, and so how long have you guys been? Have you been in business doing CPA kind of work? I mean, how long have you been in accounting?
In the accounting, yes. Business, I've been, I'd probably say since 2004.
Okay, so this has
Yes,
basically been your career.
Yes.
Okay,
13
okay.
years, 14 years.
And you were telling me earlier too. Where did you go to school? You said Laredo.
Laredo, yes.
And is-
Hometown Laredo. I did college and the university there too.
Okay, and all that. I mean, one thing that people have to realize is that to be a CPA, there's school, and then there's a test.
There's, yeah,
So
4
what-
exams.
What is this? It's almost like the bar, isn't it? I mean, for
It
attorneys.
is similar, yes. And this is 4 exams that you have to take and to be prepared to take them. And yeah, you have to pass within a certain range of time, all the 4.
Well, and okay, and of course it's timed, and
It is timed exactly 3 to 4 hours. Yeah.
okay, and there's a certain level you can't like go and get 50% correct because then they won't certify you, right?
No, yeah, they won't.
Okay, and I've heard that they're pretty tough. Are those tests difficult? I mean, was it?
It is difficult. I took like, for example, the audit one several times.
Okay, there you go.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
there's some of them that like just, and they're also many of those tests just don't be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. Many of those tests are actually designed to make you flunk them. They purposely create those tests. I know because I've taken several certification tests, and over time, I mean, they'll put in the questions like double negatives or triple negatives just to confuse you, just to see, and I think they do that because that's how they make money. And I mean, that's been my own critical way of looking at it. But anyway, Consuelo passed all those tests. I was looking at Celeste's email just now, so I almost said Celeste.
Okay.
But okay, so and so you're here now. Are you guys located here local? I mean,
Yes, I'm in the Woodlands, and if you're familiar with the Woodlands area, I'm in Panther Creek.
Panther Creek, which is a pretty popular area down in the Woodlands. It's easy to find if you're familiar. Do you also? I mean, but you said earlier also that you work with people that are pretty much everywhere in Houston, also.
Yes, I
Mhm.
do. Yes. Well, I have clients all over Texas
Mhm.
and all over, Latin America too. So, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so, what got you into accounting? I mean, it's not something that you just one day decide, or did you just decide one day?
I did started my an accounting degree at the Laredo Community College
Mhm.
as an associate, and
And
I
what
did.
made you want to do it, though? I mean, was it
because the numbers, the business, working with businesses, yes. So.
okay?
At one point, I was like thinking of changing my major to U.S. Custom broker, freight
Oh,
brokers.
okay.
Because that was the industry.
Mm-hmm.
That's the industry that's strong in Laredo.
Mm.
The
Sure, that's right.
transportation,
Yeah, the border.
freight.
Hmm.
But then I saw it that it wasn't for me. So
Okay.
I stuck to accounting.
And have you always been like pretty good at numbers and math and all that? I mean, that
Yes.
because it's kind of a requirement, right? You have to like numbers.
Exactly. Yes.
So
Well, yeah, I like them.
okay. Okay. So any of you out there who are listening, and if you don't like numbers, don't go into accounting. It's real simple. That's the good thing, right? I mean,
Yes.
you at least know what you're getting
Like
yourself
what
into.
what you do.
Okay. And so, and how long have you guys been established in the Woodlands?
It's going to be 6 years. It's already been 6 years. I
Mhm.
got here in 2012 when I
Mhm.
moved here to the Woodlands from San Antonio.
Oh, okay. So you came from San Antonio.
Yes.
I see. Wow. All right. And so one thing also that we want to remind our members is this. It's real simple. If you are taking money and you are using a checking account, and you think you're in business and you haven't talked to a CPA or someone who can help you with your financials, maybe you're not so much in business. You are, but there's something going on. You know better than anyone that you have to have a real legitimate sort of chart of accounts. You have to do something to make sure your business is actually functioning as a business and not just a thing where you take people's money and act like you're someone. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's really important. And our members, the ones that are listening that are kind of on the fringe or that are not sure, they're the ones that have to reach out to you and ask you questions about what do I do if I set this thing up? I have a roofing company, but I've never used an accountant, for instance.
Okay.
What can they do? Should they give you a call? Would that be a way to start?
Yeah, they can email me or do a consultation. Pretty much make a plan for them and start, I don't know, their DBA, LLC, whatever it is best for them because every situation is different.
Sure. But the first step is obviously knowing that we're approaching tax season very, very soon, a couple of weeks, 3 or 4, and then we'll be talking more about that. But even if you're not sure, it's important just to know that there are different steps you need to take to make sure you are in compliance. That's I guess the big word, right?
Yes, and anything like if you're in business, if you start earning $400 or more, you have to be reporting that income into your
Sure, and that's
personal tax return. Yeah.
And that's something that you guys obviously always take care of.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, and we'll talk more about the technical stuff and everything else in a second. But I wanted to ask you, what about, because this is very common, and unfortunately, I think I've made that mistake this year, so I'm going to have to figure out my own situation. But what happens when you mix your personal stuff with your business stuff? In the end, what happens when you do that?
At least you're going to have to separate everything as long as you have receipts that it was business expense. There's no big deal. You can separate it and do your accounting for your business.
But you should always have them separate. You can't use one debit card for both.
No. The best way is to have your business account separate than your
I think I made some of those boo-boos. We'll figure it out when it's time soon. But I think I've done that, and I've been in business for a very long time, and I know that I've made those mistakes before.
Yeah.
And my accountant, of course, was never happy, and we have to separate things and everything else. So, little things like that, guys, because I know some of you are pretty not new, but are doing your business now for real. You're being serious about your business. So you have to take these things into account. And there's certain rules that a lot of us think we know, but we really don't. Deductions, just different things like that, where an accountant is vital. And I went to the seminar this morning. So there was an attorney, and there were a couple of attorneys, and someone from the banking industry, and some other people. And the amount of times that and there was an accountant there, but he wasn't part of the panel. But they had a lot of questions for him too. They interacted with him because it's just one of those things that if you're in business and you don't have an accountant, and if you don't have an attorney that's looking at your documents, and maybe a financial planner, you could be running into problems without even knowing it.
Exactly.
And then before you know it, you're paying all these fines or doing something else that's even more difficult. So Consuelo Santos is a CPA. Is it a full service CPA firm? And what kind of services do you guys provide, Consuelo?
Yes, I do accounting, taxes, corporate tax returns, individuals, and small business plans, and what else do we do? Yes, consulting, tax consulting.
Okay, so a lot of what you guys heard is the word tax and tax and tax. So unless you really know what's going on with the tax laws and really know how this whole thing works, you want to find someone who's not only competent in what they're doing, but also a trustworthy person. Not that I don't trust certain people, but I have to tell you, I did 1 year, and I think it was 2009. I still remember it so well because I made the mistake of going to this company that has these flashy offices that only pop up, during tax season. And it had certain initials, it ended with block. And so I went in there and I gave them my taxes. They gave me a bill of $25,000 in the end and said, you need to pay this. I said, so everything we discussed ended up being really unfavorable to me, and then I couldn't later follow up. I had them fixed afterwards, but I couldn't follow up because that office closed.
Exactly.
Right? So that person
only
was
out
gone.
there temporary. Yes.
Yeah.
And they only receive temporary training. So, yeah.
So it's not the most competent or trustworthy. Who knows what this lady was thinking, right? Because she was busy. She had tons of tax returns, and mine was one of them. So you want to realize that this is why small firms and companies like the Consuelo Santos CPA firm, they're very valuable because they're not going anywhere. They are part of our chamber. They're part of our community. These are people that do business with our members all the time. So begin thinking about engaging. And Consuelo, do you have a business card at some point? And if not,
Yes.
just give us your phone number if you don't mind, Consuelo.
Okay, yes. Our office number is 346-224-2909.
29
09.
224. You said
326.
Where's that number from? 326 is from what? From what? Where'd you
Hold
get
on, because
your phone number? Is
I'm not good with numbers.
that's not you're not good with numbers.
Memorizing
Phone numbers.
numbers, so
326 224
346.
346.
Uh-huh,
That's a
224.
Houston number.
Yes.
Okay, 346 224
2909.
2909
Correct.
or 2909. Anyway,
290.
this is the Consuelo Santos CPA firm. They can answer your questions, all kinds of different questions. And the best thing about this, guys, like I'm saying, is that you want someone who's trustworthy, but also someone who's discreet and someone who's going to, take your information in confidence and say, look, I understand small business. I understand what you're doing, what you've been doing, and this is what I need from you. And that it be a person who's actually, it's trustworthy is the word, but there's other words for it, empathetic, that really gets it, that understands you. And I really believe that Consuelo Santos is one of those people. So we said 346-224-2909.
09.
I can't read my own writing because if you guys were listening last week, I lost my glasses broke last week, and I'm using these really inexpensive $39 glasses that I got. Well, we had a person here from Pro Optics, and she was very upset because something or other about my eyes. Okay, so we're here with Consuelo Santos CPA, with the Consuelo Santos CPA firm, agency firm,
It's a PC, professional corporation.
professional
Yeah.
corporation.
Yes.
Okay, and of course we said all things taxes, but also small business accounting. Do you guys set up books and things like that for companies also,
Yes.
Consuelo?
Yes. We
Okay.
do write-ups, bookkeeping, which is the same thing.
Okay, so when we come back, then we're going to ask you a lot more details about all of that, Consuelo, and I have some questions from the audience, a couple of them. So this is Dr. Carlos Sanchez, Hispanic Chamber Connection Radio Show. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Path to the Plate is a research-based education program that helps consumers understand how their food choices impact their health by making the connection to agriculture. Learning about how food is grown and produced, and how consumers can make better food choices for themselves and their families, Path to the Plate is all about dispelling myths and misconceptions. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
The Hispanic Chamber Connection is sponsored by the Yamel Insurance Agency, located at 719 Sawdust Road, Suite 103, The Woodlands, Texas. The Yamel Agency is a family-owned insurance agency that provides home, life, automobile, and umbrella insurance coverage. Since 2006, the Yamel Agency has been a bilingual insurance service for businesses and private citizens in the Montgomery County area. For more information on the Yamel Insurance Agency, please visit the Hispanic Chamber Connection at www.irlonestar.com/HCC. The Yamel Insurance Agency is available by telephone at 832-525-5656 or online www.yamelagency.com. The Yamel Insurance Agency is a sponsor of this program, and the Hispanic Chamber Connection thanks you.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
We're back. We are back. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection Radio Show, a program that features members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And if you're a member, thank you for being a member. And congratulations. You have now heard the 50th show, and it's all for you. If you're not a member, well, we have specials, and I mentioned them earlier. And let me know that you'd like to become a member. You can text me directly at 469-879-7398. There's about 530-something members now. And we continue to just garner favor, and we love that people are supporting us. We're about the same in terms of structure and in terms of organization. We're about the same as any other chamber of commerce that you've seen out there. But the biggest difference that we have that other chambers don't have is that we're all over the place. And what I mean by that is, as a Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber, we are literally everywhere in the Texas Gulf Coast, including Houston, Corpus Christi, and all the other little towns, Galveston, et cetera, wherever there's people that want to get together to do business, that need some leadership, that need some support, this Chamber of Commerce goes. And so my car has tremendous amount of miles on it, but because it's under the Chamber of Commerce name, it's really not my car, it's my chamber's car. And I say this because we travel, and we want our members to be everywhere because most of our members are global. And so we do everything we can to put our members on the market everywhere. And that's one of the biggest benefits that this chamber has that's not similar to other chambers of commerce. Most chambers of commerce are localized in one place, and that's just the place that they do business. We don't do it that way. We're the opposite. So again, thank you. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection Radio Show. And like we've always said, this features our members, and it features you. So if you want to be interviewed in our program, if you want to come on the show, again, text me, let me know, 469-879-7398. You can go to mytexaschamber.org and sign up. Let me know that you want to be on the show, whether it's in English or in Spanish or both, and then we'll figure out a way to put you on the air. All right, so with that said, we're here with Consuelo Santos. Consuelo Santos, PC. Consuelo Santos is an accountant. She runs a firm here in the Woodlands, but they're all over town and all over the country. Wherever you are, they will go because they have the same capabilities that we have, right? And everything can be done online, thank goodness. And Consuelo, we were talking about before the break, just basically the kind of services that you provide. So specifically then, for a small business, because the guy I'm thinking about right now he has his own air conditioning business. Okay. It's been passed down through his family. And I asked him, who does your accounting? He says, well, one of my uncles. And like, okay, but do you really know your financial, He goes, well, no, I'm not really sure. So for somebody like that, do you guys go in and do an audit? How can you help somebody like that that's had books for a long time, but that the owner is not clear about just where the money is going and what things are happening in his company? What kind of work do you guys do for people like that?
Like that, we can, review their financial statements, check if what kind of tax returns they're currently filing, and if that's the right return, they're supposed to be filing.
Okay. So you'll basically open their books, look inside, and see what's going on.
What's going on, yes.
And if they've been doing things incorrectly, you can help them correct them?
Exactly, or help them with new strategies and...
Yeah, help them fix it up, of course.
Exactly, review.
Okay, and so what would it take then? Let's just say, okay, I'm going to see this guy tomorrow. Okay. And I know he's all messed up. Well, if he's listening, sorry, dude, but, you came up. I'm going to see him tomorrow. So I just tell him, okay, give Consuelo a call, give her office a call, and schedule a consultation appointment or something like that?
Exactly. Take your last 2 years of tax returns. I would need to know, like, how he's filing. Is it a pass-through? Is it, like, what kind of corporation?
Now, you mentioned that during the break, that the most popular is an LLC.
It's an LLC, yeah. You can either be a sole proprietor or make an election to become a C corp, and after a C corp, you can elect it to be a small business corporation, which is an S corp.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
once that's established, what's the big benefit there? I mean, as a small business owner, why would I want to do all this?
Okay, it's a pass-through entity, so all the income passes through you as an individual level. You pay taxes at an individual level, and you limit yourself in paying self-employment tax.
Okay. So you pay.
Yes, you limit the self-employment tax.
Okay. So it's not
That's
a
one of the
terrible.
benefits. Yeah.
I see. Okay. So that's one of the benefits of having this form when
An
you.
S corporation, yes, and then even though it's a pass-through entity, and now with the new tax reform, there's a 20% deduction on all the pass-through income on qualified business, of course.
Okay. And you help business owners with that.
Yes.
Okay. So
How
that's
to-
one of the biggest services you have is that kind of consulting for people.
Yes.
You also do bookkeeping.
Yes.
Okay.
We also do bookkeeping monthly, quarterly, or if it's a very small company, annual base. Yeah.
Okay. So do you recommend monthly versus quarterly? I mean, how busy do you have to be? I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it all depends. If you're a company that is charging sales taxes on your invoices, yeah, and you have to file monthly, then we have to keep your accounting monthly, so that way we're good in reporting your monthly sales taxes.
Okay.
to the
Okay.
state.
And all of that you can define, you can determine,
Yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
What about nonprofits? Do you guys work with nonprofits also?
Yes, I also have several nonprofits.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And with them, do you help them in terms of qualifying to become a nonprofit? I mean,
I've done the whole process in getting them qualified, which is a long process.
Mhm.
And yes,
and in what way do you mean is long? What
yeah,
part of-
it's a long process. I mean, you have to submit everything to IRS. If it's a church, an organization, you have to submit all these things. And
like
it's
what
pretty
things
long.
though? What things do they ask for?
They ask for your formation
Mhm.
in the state, formation documents, evidence of having an establishment, a church, an organization, all these things that to be able to qualify as
Sure.
a nonprofit.
Okay,
Yeah,
and you
with
have all
IRS,
that.
and it's a long list.
I see. And you have all. I mean, you help
Yes,
people
I
with
have.
that too.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So this is Consuelo Santos with the Consuelo Santos accounting firm. They are located here in the Woodlands, Texas, but also can work pretty much anywhere. And wherever you are, if you want to engage, just give her a call. And her office is happy to take your phone calls. The number I have is 346-224-2989. Is the last number 9?
2909.
2909. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. 2909. 2909. That's Consuelo Santos. So if you have any questions or if you have any comments that you'd like to make about your own firm and about the things that are going on in your business, make sure you give her a call or her office, and they'll be happy to set up an appointment to go over your documents and take a look at what you're doing and see how they can help you. So like we've said before, if you are in business and you don't have an accounting firm that's helping you or something similar that you actually engage with an accounting firm at some point, you probably will if you're in business or if you stay in business for a while. So it's important to select people to work with you who are trustworthy and who are empathetic to your situation. And because of Consuelo's background and because of Consuelo's experience, I can tell you that as a member of this organization, she's been working with a lot of our members, and they're very thankful to what she's done for them. And we recommend Consuelo Santos highly as a member of this organization. So, Consuelo, we have another question for you. And so it's not a big deal, but in your business card, you also have the letters EA.
Okay.
What they stand for? What?
Okay, that's an enrolled agent.
Enrolled
I passed,
agent.
3 examinations with IRS.
Oh, just 3.
Just 3. Yeah, business returns, individual returns, and ethical exam.
So enrolled
it's-
agent means what? What can you
Enrolled
do?
agent, you can represent any client in front of IRS. Yeah.
That's
pretty
the
much
biggest thing?
That's the biggest thing, yeah. Of having to be like, you can represent your client.
Okay, so if
Yeah,
I'm being
that was-
audited, for instance, that would be the reason why I would ask you to be my enrolled agent? Like if I'm...
Exactly. That was before I got my CPA license. I was an enrolled agent with IRS.
Okay.
When I would do IRS represent my clients with IRS audits and all that.
Then you can still do that now.
Yes, I do that now.
Okay. And are you one of the only ones in your office that can do that, or are there other people in your office that can?
No, it's only me.
Okay. So it's a pretty complicated process. I mean,
Yes.
I've heard that it's not just I'm going to go sign up for a weekend seminar, then I'm going to be an enrolled agent.
Exactly.
There's a lot more to it.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. But the big benefit to your clients is that you can actually, if they get that letter, that dreaded letter in the mail that says, okay, you're going to be audited. They talk. In fact, let's ask you about that. If I do get an audit letter, because I know I have several members who are being audited right now.
Okay.
When they get that letter, what are the first things they should think about? What should they do? Not hide.
Yes. If they get the letter asking for, it's an IDR, information document request. I mean, if they don't know what they're like, what IRS wants, they should consult a tax professional for sure.
Right. But what should they think? I mean, should they think, okay, I need to call Consuelo and find out what this thing is, or would that be the way to
Yes.
proceed?
Consult me or a tax professional that can help them. Yeah.
And in general,
reply to the letter. Yes.
okay, because in general, it's going to be just a bunch of information that they're asking for
Yes.
to prove something or whatever.
To prove
right?
something. That's the IDRs. Yeah.
Okay, and I've heard also that IRS audits are not as bad as people think they are.
Exactly. They're not as bad. I mean, as long as you have everything and can prove yourself.
Now, but if you can't, then what? It's still,
And if you can, I mean,
you just get a fine, so to speak.
fine. Yes, that's some income. Yeah, added to your income tax that year, and fines and penalties.
Right.
No big deal.
But in the end, though, most of the people, at least 99% of the people I know, are doing the best they can. They're not doing things deliberately to deceive the government or anything. So if they make mistakes, they make mistakes. They have to pay what they've done,
Exactly.
And I think they
Yes.
get that. Okay, so but you do represent people who are under an audit, and you can help
Yes.
them out.
Yes.
Okay. So right now, I have a small business right now. It's December 11th, and we're going into, obviously, January. And then all kinds of things start to happen. As a small business owner right now, what kind of documentation should I be worried about having close to me? Like, what kind of things should I be worried about?
Your bank statements. I mean, if you don't have your bookkeeping up to date, having your bank statements and all your receipts that can prove your expenses. Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't have the receipts that can prove your expenses, then it gets really tricky.
Exactly. If you have, I don't know, your credit card statements, bank statements, you can always, retrieve them or go to the bank and
Yeah.
get a copy.
So like, for example, if somebody hasn't done their taxes in 2 years, and so they don't have their receipts, they can go to the bank and they can request those documents,
Exactly.
as-
Copies
as-
of checks, copies of bank statements.
just everything. And banks usually do keep those archived somewhere.
Yes.
I-
and,
I-
yeah, and it's limited to, you don't want to go and expect for them to have everything 4 years back.
Right. Okay. But you do talk to the bank. Maybe you take them out to lunch and say, hey, I've got this. I need to have this request. I need everything. And just see what they can do for you. That'll keep your accountant happier for sure.
Yes.
Consuelo, we also mentioned earlier that there are some firms and some people out there who only pop up in this time of the year and say they do taxes. And you guys you have your office year round. I mean, you're always open.
Yes.
Right,
I'm
okay.
always busy all year.
Okay, so what would you say is the main difference? I mean, I know what the biggest difference is, but what would you say is the main difference technically between yourself, who's permanent, and someone who's just popped up out of nowhere?
Okay, it's for, I would say, individuals
Mm-hmm.
that probably don't know how to use a computer, because you can always do your taxes yourself
Ah.
if you're just with one W-2, and there's free websites online. Even on the irs.gov, we'll link you some websites online that can help you do your taxes and file your taxes online. So those companies are out there just on tax season
Uh-huh.
to help out those individuals, mainly that
Just like the real basic
don't.
stuff.
Yeah, the basic,
And they
the
charge
basic
you. Mm-hmm.
temporis. They charge you a lot of money for an hour, 2 hours of
I went to this
Their
grocery store the other day. Not this year, last year, the other day.
and they were inside.
They're inside the grocery store now.
Yes.
They have little desks and say, okay, come
Yes.
and do your taxes. I'm like, wow. And there was a line.
Exactly.
Like people are
and
actually,
people actually get in line and do it there because they probably don't own a computer. They don't know how to file their taxes with one W-2. It's pretty easy returns.
and it's really
For
fast.
most of
It shouldn't be a big deal if that's their situation. I mean, it's not my situation, but it's a lot of people's situation that they can do that. So okay. All right. So we have other questions for you, Consuelo, but when we come back, we're going to go over them. Something about tax law and about some other things, the way they've changed for small business.
Okay.
So I'm here with Consuelo Santos, CPA with the Consuelo Santos firm. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection radio show. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
The Hispanic Chamber Connection is sponsored by the Yamel Insurance Agency, located at 719 Sawdust Road, Suite 103, The Woodlands, Texas. The Yamel Agency is a family-owned insurance agency that provides home, life, automobile, and umbrella insurance coverage. Since 2006, the Yamel Agency has been a bilingual insurance service for businesses and private citizens in the Montgomery County area. For more information on the Yamel Insurance Agency, please visit the Hispanic Chamber Connection at www.irlonestar.com/HCC. The Yamel Insurance Agency is available by telephone at 832-525-5656 or online www.yamelagency.com. The Yamel Insurance Agency is a sponsor of this program, and the Hispanic Chamber Connection thanks you.
We're back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection radio show, a program that features members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And if you're a member, thank you for being a member. Remember that you can renew your membership now at 50% off. So if you're a member or not, prices are as low as they're ever going to be because in 2019, after speaking with our accounting firm and all the other people, prices are going up. Things are going up. Just because we can't sustain otherwise. So take advantage. Go to mytexaschamber.org or 469-879-7398. Today I'm here with Consuelo Santos. Consuelo Santos owns the Consuelo Santos firm, CPA. They do everything from taxes to bookkeeping to accounting. They set up your books. They make you legit, guys. There's some of you that are working out of a shoebox. You know who you are. So stop it. It's important to find a CPA that can help you with this, and Consuelo can do that for you. Her firm can do that for you. Her number is 346-229-2909.
224.
224, my father put them
2909. And
All
it's actually CPA Santos PC, and you can also find a lot of information on my website,
Very good.
cpasantos.com. And I even have financial calculators there.
Wow. So CPA Santos.
.com.
See, I didn't get that before. That was my fault. Sorry. CPASantos.com. And you can get all kinds of really good and important tools there that can help you just understand this whole idea of accounting.
And, monthly newsletters about new tax changes.
Wow. So who does those newsletters for you? Do you do them or one of your people?
No,
You have somebody?
I hire other companies.
Okay.
And
All right. That's okay. Look, as long as it's good information and it's useful to your clients and it's useful to us, then it matters, you know? So we're talking about this, the tax law for small business, and that it's changed or that it's modified now for 2018 or et cetera. What is something that we have to be aware of that maybe didn't exist before as a small business to comply with taxes? Is there anything new?
Anything new? No, it's the same, I guess, compliance as before. The deductions have changed for an individual, for exemptions have changed. Small business, any pass-through, they have a 20% deduction.
Ah.
And what else? Entertainment was taken off. You can only deduct entertainment with employees.
So if I take you to lunch, it's okay, but if I go by myself, it's not? What do you mean? It doesn't matter. Keep going.
Meals is okay. Entertainment is not, unless it's with employees.
Okay.
Okay.
I get it. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this show is not meant to sort of replace or issue any kind of formal accounting advice. It's an entertainment show. If you have any questions, if whatever Consuelo is saying is sort of waking doubts in your mind, this is why you should call her or call your own tax professional or your own professionals and ask them the questions that we're talking about here.
Yes.
Don't take this as the final advice.
And they can call me for a free consultation.
And Consuelo, by the way, reacts very well to food, coffee. I think she likes juice and things like, and you can buy her something and take her out and ask her some questions. Just be appropriate. Know that, at a certain point, she does charge because this is how she earns a living. It's just like with an attorney, and also like the way it is with me. If you buy me food, I'll go out and have lunch with you. But after a while, I'm going to say, hey, either you join or what's up. It's normal business protocol. So anyway, all right. So that question is answered okay. We also asked about the enrolled agent, to be sure. But and that was again answered very well. So thank you again, Consuelo. Thank you very much for being on the program.
Yes, thank you for the invitation.
And so again, we have 346-224-2909.
Correct.
All right, 224-2909. This is cpasantos.com. I'm Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Timber Connection radio show. Saying goodbye. We'll see you guys again next week. Thank you for being on the program. Thank you, Consuelo. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and goodbye.